Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of August 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month without a doubt. As we begin the month on the 8th is when we are going to have a new moon. This new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with money you earn, money you spend. It also connects you to self-esteem and self-worth. And so this is an interesting one, I have to say, because what this new moon is doing is setting up what astrologers call a T-square with Saturn and Uranus. Now, Saturn and Uranus are in a conversation of tension throughout this year. Even though right now that conversation or connection between them is separating, these planets are going to connect again at the end of the year. But when we have important celestial phenomenon like this new moon activating both these planets, well, it sets up a larger configuration where the tension reawakens in some way. And so for you, it may be a desire to empower yourself where it comes to your finances that may come to the forefront now. There may be a sense of you needing to be honest with yourself or looking more deeply at your financial picture. And this is part of empowerment, really. It's not necessarily the easiest energy, but sometimes we need to get honest in order to then understand our best way forward. That may be the case for you now. This is a new moon, so it does speak to new opportunities, new beginnings, and new ideas. Now, some of those new ideas you have may take some time to flesh out, or it may be that you're implementing some things right now and you're really motivated, you're putting in a lot of energy, or you're feeling a sense of strong desire to move yourself forward, to create greater prosperity for yourself, or perhaps to redefine prosperity and abundance in a way that suits you and whom it is that you know yourself to be. Now, this energy may not play out financially for a lot of Cancerians out there. This energy may instead play out in terms of self-esteem and self-worth, and you're going to get an opportunity to look more deeply at where you are with healthy self-love and where it is now that you're ready to have a breakthrough, even if it's uncomfortable, so that you can move yourself towards solid and healthy self-love practices, thoughts, and ways of being in the world. Now, as we navigate forward, it is going to be on the 22nd that we will have this month's full moon. This full moon takes place also in a financial part of your sky, but it's a little bit different because it has to do with your relationship to financial institutions, but it also connects you to an understanding of wealth that is spiritual, that is emotional. This has to do with knowing that you are well provided for by a generous universe. Also profound and meaningful change, profound and meaningful transformation, your personal truth and how that can be a force of transformation. All of that comes to the surface at this full moon. Now, this full moon is a very different energy than we have with the new moon earlier in the month. It is hopeful, it is expansive. There's a sense of completion, yes, but also of wholeness and happiness playing out at this time. That is because this full moon is happening close in the sky to Jupiter. And Jupiter is a planet that speaks to luck and good fortune and possibility. And so it does look like there's a lot of protection with you. There's a lot of happiness with you as well. And so whether this is the conclusion of a financial matter that finally feels like it's come to a close in a way that feels positive and uplifting to you, whether it feels as if you are coming to some understanding within yourself that changes you deeply, that is possible here as well. Also possible is a development that feels like it shifts your circumstances for the better, whether that is emotionally, financially. This is an ending that you consciously choose or a realization that you have that can shift things for the better for a very long time to come. Now, in other news, rather, I do want to also mention that just days leading up to this full moon, we are going to have Uranus standing still in the sky and going retrograde. This is a very powerful energy to be taking place. And this does suggest an awakening of sorts. And for you, where it comes to your friendships, your group alliances, there are going to be changes and realizations here. Now, ultimately, this is Uranus going retrograde. So an awakening, an understanding, a realization that then invites you to go within is part of the theme of this time. A friend may surprise you. Group dynamics can shift rather suddenly, but ultimately there is truth here. That truth helps you to get a lot more clear about the people who are with you and to find an understanding within that you can be with you as well. You know, there's a saying that says, or I'm paraphrasing here, let's say it's an idea, be your own best friend, right? This is a sacred lesson for a lot of us out there. And sometimes we may find that that relationship, that friendship with ourselves wanes. And then sometimes we get reminded in an instant that we can be our own best friend. We can be there for ourselves. And that may be part of sacred learning in these days that lead up to that full moon. Now, where it comes to matters of love, the first half of the month, Venus is going to continue to move through a part of the sky for you that has to do with communication and conversation. But the key is that, especially as we start moving towards the middle of the month, that is when Venus is going to speak in supreme harmony with Pluto. I love this energy for you. I feel like this is so empowered. It is so purposeful. It is lustful. It is sexy, especially considering that Pluto is in your opposite sign at that. I do think that as we move towards the middle of the month, that is going to be one of the more important times of the month where it comes to matters of heart for you. Once we move past the middle of the month on the 16th, Venus is going to move into the foundation of your chart, and love and the past become intimately connected for you then. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, well, look, online connections, mind level connections can go very well, especially as we navigate towards the middle of the month. It is going to be at that time that you may have a very powerful attraction to another person. It looks like it is guided by words, it is guided by mind, but ultimately propels you towards them, towards a very fated moment in love to help you to understand where you are in love and why. Once Venus changes signs and moves into the foundation of your sky, well, connecting with people from the past becomes that much more likely. For those of you just starting to date somebody, I do love the energy in the first half of the month because it is communicative. It's that much easier to talk to this person. And chances are, as you navigate towards the middle of the month, you will feel as if you're able to have truly in-depth conversations with this person and bond with them more deeply. Once Venus changes signs, you'll be able to start recognizing where past patterns may be at play in the current situation and decide what you want to do about that and how you want to navigate forward as you learn more about your own past and how it's showing up now, but also about this other person's past as well. For those of you in an established bond, I love this energy. Now, the first half of the month, it's easy to talk about anything. And it does look like as you navigate to the middle of the month with that Venus-Pluto connection, well, chances are a conversation can help the two of you feel that much more closely bonded and together. Once Venus changes signs, home is where the heart is. So if you live with this person already, or you've thought about living with this person, it can feel as if the two of you advance on that level, getting more comfortable in the spaces that you share together. What I love about this week for you, well, look, there's a lot here. It's a very powerful astrological time and a meaningful one at that. I love the energy of that full moon, I have to say. It is conjunct Jupiter. There is hope in the air. There's possibility. There's expansion. And there's a real sense now of you realizing and connecting very deeply to all the ways in which your life is truly abundant and rich. And you will find that once you're able to acknowledge abundance in all its forms, it magnifies for you that much more. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month, which choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. At NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, you get expanded exclusive video scopes each and every week for as low as just $3 a month. Higher tiers get you things like unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes to Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.